The video game industry is in a state of disaster, and every company is looking to make a bunch of money in only one or two big video game releases. And we've heard quite a bit about this Wonder Woman game, and not positive news. We know that the senior writer, Tanya DePass, participated in the Hogwarts Legacy boycotts and attempted to get GOG employees fired from their jobs simply for having their own opinions. We know the Gotham Knights developer is helping on this game, and we're also now hearing that it is reportedly in development hell. I have a few different things to show off, but before we get into the topic, if you enjoy the content I create, check out the links in the description, follow me on social media, and consider supporting through Patreon or through YouTube memberships. Now, everyone loves Wonder Woman, but the hype has kind of died down regarding superhero content, at least for a little while, and on top of that, we're now hearing that this is apparently in a very rough place. It says Monolith Productions, the studio working on a currently unnamed Wonder Woman game, may be struggling with the project, according to Greg Miller, who recently claimed the game's development is troubled. So first off, unnamed. That right there is not a good sign. When you are getting close to the release of a game, or at least showing it off, it has to have a name. That means they have not filed any trademarks for names. They don't have any plans for a name. They are nowhere even near releasing this, but a lot of people actually predicted we would see something about it at Summer Games Fest, and that came and went. We saw absolutely nothing, and I don't think that we are going to anytime soon. Honestly, I don't even know if this game is ever going to fully release at this point, because it's already been years since we first saw the very brief cinematic trailer where they simply showed the Wonder Woman model, and she looks good, don't get me wrong, but a very short and simple trailer like that is not going to get people hyped. And now we're talking about it because all of the negative news that has surrounded this product. It says in the past year, because I'll leave it ambiguous, I have talked to an insider who is like, this game is troubled. That's it. That is unfortunately all I can say, but I would not hold out hope. Now, I did not have any high expectations for this, as a lot of people did not. And to top off these rumors, just days after that podcast episode aired, Monolith announced that it's hiring. It says Monolith is seeking a lead gameplay engineer for our upcoming Wonder Woman game. Could you be our ideal superhero? So that also is not a positive reflection of the state of the game. That really means that they had lost someone, and now they're trying to scramble to get somebody else back on the lead so that the development can continue. Now, obviously, let's say this releases in 2 years or 3 years. That is so far away from any sort of hype that would have surrounded this game. Look at Marvel's Avengers, for example, that god-awful live service game that came out years after the Marvel hype had died down. And even though people love characters like Iron Man and Thor and Captain America, when people are kind of over that phase in entertainment, people are over it. And yes, they might still purchase it for nostalgia, but at the same time, the game has to go above and beyond people's expectations. And with a Wonder Woman game, we're talking about years away, in between from when Wonder Woman was getting her own movies with Gal, and kind of yet another live action reboot, because of course at this point, if it comes out in 2 or 3 years, if it ever does at all, we'll already have James Gunn restarting and having a new Superman, maybe having a new Wonder Woman if they decide to go in that direction. We don't know exactly what his plans are, but either way, there's not going to be any products immediately surrounding it to kind of build up that hype. And it's not like we're sitting here waiting for a Wonder Woman 3 to release, so all of this hype could kind of build together. That's just not happening. And to me, this screams dev hell. And clearly many other people would agree. Now, regarding this game, there was some questionable news surrounding it. First and foremost, the fact that Warner Brothers Montreal would be working on this title, and they have created some amazing content in the past, like Batman Arkham Origins. I love Origins. I thought that it was fantastic. I know some people did not like it. I am not a hater though, but we also know their most recent title was Gotham Knights, and Gotham Knights was a really, really bad video game. It just did not give us what we expected at all whatsoever. But we thought to ourselves, maybe because, of course, this is being developed by primarily Monolith, they will use the Nemesis system, and that would be really, really badass in this. And the Nemesis system truly should have been used in another video game years and years ago. I would love to see the return of it. It was awesome in the Middle Earth Shadows games. I want to see it again. But we also know that there are activists working on this project, which doesn't come as much of a surprise given the state of the industry. But we had found out last year Wonder Woman's senior writer Tanya DePass participated in the Hogwarts Legacy boycott and attempted to get GOG employees fired amid numerous other red flags. So we are talking about somebody who, of course, says, I want politics in video games, but only my politics. I want people to boycott other video games that I don't like, and I don't even think they should be on the market. Again, Hogwarts Legacy boycott, which epically failed, by the way, may I add. At the same time, though, this is somebody who has tried to get people fired from their jobs. It says she announced last year that she took a position at Monolith Productions as a senior writer on the game. Okay, enough vague booking. I've accepted a position at Monolith as a senior writer starting next month, which was last April. The Wonder Woman game was, of course, officially teased by Warner Brothers Games back in December 2021, with a brief description detailing the single-player open-world action game will introduce an original story set in the DC universe and allow players to become Diana to unite her Amazon family and the humans from the modern world. We love that word, don't we? Modern. Maybe in this context it will be fine, but we have no other information about this game. As it says, a month before announcing she joined Monolith, she made it clear she was participating in the now epically failed Hogwarts Legacy boycott and accused the game and its developers of trying to wipe out trans folk simply for using the Harry Potter IP, simply for making a game that millions and millions of people purchased and bought and loved. It's really not that deep. If you don't like JK, you don't have to play the game, and if you do like her work and what she has created in the past, which yes does, warm the hearts of millions of people, you can play it. I mean, it doesn't mean that you're supporting some kind of form of violence. We're talking about a video game here. But she also in the past had attempted to get a GOG employee fired for what she claimed was transphobic behavior over memes and jokes. She had tweeted, "Whoever has the keys to their social media channels needs to get bounced." That's twice they've been transphobic, once with a shitty meme and now co-opting a hashtag for trans rights to sell games. So apparently to her, if you make jokes or you post memes, that means that you deserve to get fired from your job, which is of course ridiculous, and nobody is going to agree with her except for a couple of activists that also follow her timeline and share her sentiments. But this Wonder Woman game so far is not going very well for Monolith. It does not seem. People have been talking about it, not for the most positive of reasons. It seems that they're still hiring. It's in development hell, and who knows if we will even see this game release even in a couple of years at all. I will be keeping my eye on it to see if they announce any other jobs are being hired, if anybody else is brought onto the project, like Tanya DePass, but so far things are not looking very good for this title. But that's all that I really had to discuss in this video. Let everyone know your thoughts in the comments down below. If you enjoyed this, give it a like, and if you didn't, give it a dislike. I appreciate your support either way, but I will talk to you all again in the next video really soon.